Good evening, YouTube. This is Kaylin Stern coming at you with a prepping haul, and this is also a reminder that September is National Preparedness Month. And although I'm not participating in a collaboration series that several other YouTubers are doing, I decided to go ahead and mention it since I figure that since I'm going to be doing my Sam's Club and Wal-Mart shopping haul today, I figured I'd just go ahead and put it out there that this is National Preparedness Month. And I have this table fully loaded, as you can tell. But I have the items divided in between what came from Sam's Club and what came from Walmart. And 3 of the items, well actually 4, because in order to cut down on premature funkiness, I store bread. So I'm going to start with the Walmart stuff first. And what I just bought, just a loaf of wheat bread for making sandwiches or toast. And then I grabbed a pack of Kraft singles. You know, sometimes I just feel like making a sandwich. And then I just got the small containers. I like these because the meat is inside of another bag, and I'll show you that. See, this is the meat itself inside this bag. And then once you're done with the meat, you can take this label off. So you just pop that off, and you got yourself another storage container. So I got some, like I said, roast beef. And I got some mesquite smoked turkey breast. So I just decided to grab a couple of these, and I'm going to pause this while I go put these back in the fridge, because I stored them in there until I got ready to do this video. So I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. So as I said, I am going with what I bought at Walmart first. I got 2 1-pound bags of what are called field peas. This is so that I can add some variety in my supply of dry beans. These are a little bit bigger than a lentil, but they're kind of an oval shaped like a kidney bean, and they're kind of flat. So 2 of these, because these are a small bean, they can go in a quart bag. And then I just got a 2-pound bag of plain white rice. When I store rice and beans, I do it in smaller packages because, you know, right now I just prep for one, but if I have to share, it's easy for me to share a smaller package than to get into a big old bucket that is lined with a 5 or 6 gallon Mylar bag and then have to reseal that. But I can reach in, grab a smaller bag, and give it to whoever I choose to share it with. Or it's just easy for me to store smaller amounts. I may not be able to get as much in the bucket, but, and of course with these, I have a variety. And variety is the spice of life. So I decided these have been hard to find in another grocery store that I usually go to, but I got these chicken pouches. This is the Wal-Mart brand of the chicken salad. Then I have the chicken creations. Classic barbecue, buffalo style, and zesty lemon pepper. And I have several of the tuna ones that I keep. I have some in my bug-out bag and some in my get-home bag. But if I choose to change it up, when I go to rotate those other ones out, I can put one of these in. Or I can just experiment with it. Then I got a 48 count box of the Louisiana tea. Then I got something to add to my grain variety. I got a bag of tricolor quinoa. The lighting might be kind of weird because of the way I have my phone angled, but it's 3 different colors of the quinoa grain. So I will transfer this to a Mylar bag and put an oxygen absorber in it to extend the shelf life. And I also decided to add some Mountain House pouches to my bucket that I have labeled as meals and entrees. So, spicy Southwest style skillet. I didn't have much of variety in there, but then I got the chicken and dumplings. And chili mac with beef. And behind those, this is a glass jar. It is an iced tea powder, so it's like an instant tea. This has enough to make 30 quarts. And this will go into my long-term storage as an extra drink mix, because it's good to have a variety of drink mixes to mix with your water so that you can either improve the taste of it, or if you need to add just a few more calories, or if you use an electrolyte powder, which I do have, you can do that. But to especially if you have to chemically treat your water, you have something like this, so that once you do empty it, you have a nice jar that you can use for something else. Then I got another jug of maple syrup. So I now have 2 of these, and this stuff is one of those items that can last a coon's age or longer. Sorry about that. My phone decided to ask me for a software update, and I said no. Anyway, I'll end up piecing this video together because I have a feeling it's going to be in quite a few segments. But Okay, I picked up this small container of baking powder, and because it is in one of those cardboard cans, even though it's foil lined, it could be subject to moisture penetration. And it rained like crazy today, and it got cold. So when I left Walmart and I was at the bus stop, it was 47 degrees Fahrenheit. But anyway, I will let this can dry out, and then I will probably put it inside of a plastic bag to keep moisture out of it, and then I'll put a moisture absorber in that bag. Or I may choose to transfer the contents into a Mylar bag and put an oxygen absorber in it. Anyway, baking powder. Then I'm adding more spices to my food storage. This is whole black peppercorns. So this is in the kind of container. I take the lid off. It has a seal. And it's a shaker lid. So I could either pop this in and shake it out, or pop this side and measure it out. I also got ground white pepper. I'll just show you the side so you can see the difference. So there's white. It's like black pepper, but it's from the white peppercorn. And then I grabbed a bunch more of containers like this from Sam's Club, and I'll show you those, but in that half. But this is the Mrs. Dash salt-free seasoning in this big container, and this is for storage. And I decided to add something a little different to my sweetener collection. This is coconut palm sugar. So it looks like raw sugar. It is organic. And for diabetics, it says low glycemic. So if you have to watch the glycemic values of your food, this could be an alternative to other sugars. Or if you just want something a little different. So again, you can use this in recipes. You could sweeten a drink with it. And just add another little bit of variety to my storage. So I apologize for the labels, because it was raining and I ride the bus, so my stuff got wet. These are just the squeeze bottles: strawberry and grape. Two of my favorite. Well, I have lots of favorite jams and jellies, but I just went for the strawberry and the grape. Now on to some of the more, some might consider mundane stuff, or not. This is that Underwood chicken spread, but the paper that's on the can got wet. So I'm going to sit that out and just let this dry. Or I just may take the label off and just put a label, like a sticky, like use an address label, and just put the name of this on there since this got wet. I'm going to move a bit so I can just hold up some of these other items back here. This is ground black pepper. This is a big one. So I have black pepper in my kitchen. That is what I call my user. So this one will go into storage. And I just picked up a few other unique items. This is like a canned cheddar cheese. And then I'm adding meats to my storage. So I've been getting these small cans of white turkey. So I just grab one every time I go. And the Walmart that I was at had a few cans of this roast beef, so I grabbed one of those. They had the Keystone chicken, but I already have 2 cans of that, and I have other canned chicken, so I decided to leave that for other people. And I got a small can of olives. These are sliced black olives. And one of my favorite Asian vegetables, water chestnuts. And then this is a can of beef goulash. There are a couple of different brands, but I went with this one because it was less expensive. And I got more soups and other canned meat things, like this is roast beef hash. I saw this one can, so I grabbed it. A bigger can of mushrooms because I like mushrooms. I saw hominy, but I only saw the 1 can of the golden hominy. I wanted white also, but there was no white hominy, so I will just be happy with getting the yellow. I got a Sloppy Joe. This is like the Walmart's version of a manwich. And I got a can of chili with beans. I got cream of potato soup. I got a cheddar cheese soup. Things like this are great for cooking. Add them to your different recipes. Then cream of chicken with herbs. So this is a little bit more flavorful than just a plain cream of chicken soup. So again, this is great for recipes. And speaking of soups, I grabbed 2 Progresso soups. Beef and barley. And creamy tomato with penne. Penne is a pasta. And then the last 3 items that I got from Walmart. I'll bring this one closer. This is a Walmart shortening. But what I liked about this is it's not in a cardboard can, it's in a plastic container. So you can see right through this, but when you use all this up, you can use this container for something else. Of course, because it is an oil type product, you would have to clean it out really good. But you could use this for something. So I thought that was unique, seeing shortening in a plastic container instead of a cardboard can. And the last two items that I got from Walmart, just something for just for munching here. Honey mustard flavored Pringles and cheddar cheese flavored Pringles. So that is all of the stuff from Walmart. Now I'm going to move on to the stuff that I got at Sam's Club. See, I went in there first, which is kind of like how I do that, because, you know, bigger items I can put at the bottom of my cart that I use. Of course, now I have to fix that thing again because the wire that I used to hold that one connection together where I lost a rivet, that broke, so. But I put a lot of weight in this. Actually, there were two other things that I got at Walmart, but they're no longer here because I drank the cherry Pepsi. And then I got a small bag of tortilla chips, which I munched on earlier. So anyway, now to the Sam's Club stuff. This is one of my favorite chips. This is blue corn tortilla chips, and this is a big bag. This is a full pound. These are organic, and On the Border is one of my favorite brands of these kinds of chips, but any blue corn chips, I go after it. Then I got, for my long-term storage, Sam's Club had these 3-pack boxes of the small tea bags. So there's 312 single-serve tea bags in this package. So I'm just going to leave this as is. And I got something that I have been wanting to get for quite some time. This is Hershey's cocoa powder, 100% cacao. So it is unsweetened cocoa powder. So you can bake with it. You can use it, say if you want to make your own chocolate cake frosting, you can use this. This is a 23 ounce or 1 pound 7 ounces or 662 grams. Then I also saw, see, last month I bought 2 jars of the Miracle Whip Light because that's all that the store had. So this time I saw a 2-pack at Sam's Club of the regular Miracle Whip. So 30-ounce jars, one pint 14 ounces. So they're like 2 ounces shy of a quart each in each of these jars. So I'm just going to leave this like this. Then that goes into storage. And then I grabbed another one of these containers of the raw, organic, unfiltered honey. So, with all the honey that I've been picking up over the past couple of years, well, some I use, but when it's the unfiltered raw honey, that's the stuff that I save. And then I grabbed a sea salt grinder to add to my supply of salt. And then another container of the peppercorns in a grinder. But I will leave these as is. That way, when I have to get into these, I can just start using this and grind as I need. Then, I probably messed this up. I probably just grabbed the wrong containers, but what the heck. I got more of these bigger containers, like this Mrs. Dash one. But I got 3 forms of the onion. This is fine onion powder, granulated onion. So it's like a coarser, almost like an onion salt. Then the minced onion. Then I got the fine garlic powder. And next to the last item that I got at Sam's Club was this big bag of the French's fried onions. You can see it's made with real onions. You can either use these as a topping for casserole or a soup, or you can mix it in something. You can crush them up and put it in something, or you can just have it as a snack. And then the last thing that I got was, I wanted to get another snack item. And then this, once I do empty this, I have yet another storage container I can put something else in. So this is just pub mix. It's got the rye chips, it's got the rice crackers, it's got bagel chips, it's got cheese flavored bits. So that is it for my food haul. It's a massive food haul. So I hope this gives you all ideas on what you can get for your not only midterm storage, but your long-term storage, as well as just something for everyday use. Like I will eat these chips. I'll eat the Pringles. I will use this tea because that 3-pack of tea bags that I got at Sam's Club last month, I have not gotten into those. That one is going to stay wrapped up, and that will be in my my long-term storage. So that will allow me to build up my supply of tea. I had several other boxes of the larger quart tea bags, but now this can go into storage along with some other herbal teas that I have. So I will have some work to do putting this all away, but I will find places in this small apartment to put all this. So again, I hope this gives you ideas. Again, this is National Preparedness Month. We are getting into fall. Flu season will be coming up. And because we are still dealing with the big nasty, and yes, I did wear my mask when I went to Sam's Club and Wal-Mart. And now it's hanging up to dry because it got wet. But that's okay. I will sanitize it later after it's dry. But now is the time to add to your long-term food storage, and because I had the ability and the resources to do this, and I didn't get any of this this free. This is not a gift. I did use a card to pay for this, but I figured now is the time to do it, because who knows, we might go into some sort of a lockdown if that nasty thing keeps running rampant in Iowa, especially my county of Polk County. So if I can set myself up where I do not have to leave my building, then I'll be good to go. And I will be getting some ground beef later on. It's just being stored at a relative's house because I only have a little freezer. I don't have a bigger freezer, because I have other things stored in this apartment that I brought with me from my previous place. I just don't have the room for another freezer. It would be nice to have that, but in winter, yes, I can store some stuff outside, but with the way the decks are on this building, I don't want to risk losing that deck if it decides to fall down. But anyway, that's another topic for another day. But so again, this will get me set for quite some time. The only thing that I'm not able to do right now in this building is use the laundry room, because it has been stripped and it has not been redone yet. So I still have to go to the laundromat, and I have to go to, I haven't done that yet, but I have to go take a $20 bill to a bank and get a couple of rolls of quarters so I can go to the laundromat. But right now, that's the only thing that I have to do outside of this building, other than going to doctor's appointments, getting my prescriptions filled every month. As far as food goes, I'm set. And because I have additional stuff packaged in a way that I can share with someone else, I'll do that. So again, this is National Preparedness Month. If you haven't started prepping already, now's the time to do that. A little bit at a time. Use what resources you have available in order to do it. Even if someone gives you a gift of food and they don't know you're a prepper, that's just another resource. I have been given food as gifts, and the giver doesn't know that I prep, but I'm okay with that. I accept it, and it's just a blessing. And if I'm asked to bless another person with something, then I'll do it. So just like I gave my mom a couple of bottles of mint flavored antacid chewables because she had a hard time finding them, and those are the only ones that she really tolerates. So I found 2 at Walgreens, so I got them, and now she has them. So again, thanks for watching, and catch you on the flip side.